Welcome back to FM Storey. We're approaching the midway point of season 17 of this save, where we're trying to end the dominance of Rangers and Celtic in Scottish football. We've pretty much already done that. We're going for our 9th successive title. We are currently, after 16 games, 12 points clear at the top of the table. We've won every game in the league this season, and we actually have a game in hand on the team in second as well. Champions League, we've won 4 out of 5, and we're in the top 8 as it stands at the moment. And we've made it to the League Cup final, which we've got coming up against Celtic. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So it's time for the League Cup final. We've played 2 games since the end of the last episode, 1 in the league, 1 in the Champions League. In the league, we extended it to 17 wins from 17 with a 2-0 victory away from home at Heart. It took us a while to break them down. We did miss a penalty as well, but we did come out 2-0 victors. And then we went to Milan in the Champions League and just really didn't perform. We lost 1-0. And it means we've still got some work to do to guarantee ourselves a place in the top 8. The last 2 games we've got going up in January in the Champions League against Slovan Bratislava, who are currently 35th in the league phase, and against Athletic Bilbao, who are in 22nd and would need a victory in that game to make sure that they make it to the knockout stages. But up next, we've got the game against Celtic in the League Cup final. We don't have any injury or suspension issues. They have a player out, but hopefully we can come away with the first trophy of the season. So this is the side we've picked for the final against Celtic. We've gone with our full strength team since we've got everyone available, and hopefully we can bounce back from that disappointing defeat in Milan and as we said, pick up the first trophy of the season. Right, so highlight straight from the kickoff: Skafidis out to Bordes, Rani down the line for Cochise, looking to go past his man, infield to Luciano coming forward from midfield, and he scored. And what a start! 20 seconds on the clock. We've basically just gone straight from the kickoff and opened the scoring. Amrani down the field to Cochise. He drives down the wing. Luciano making the run in from the midfield position. His man didn't match him. The defender didn't come across. The keeper couldn't keep it out, and that's 1-0 early on. Right, Cochise with a throw. It comes back to him. Finds Luciano. Drifting towards the edge of the box. Lashes it with his left foot. Keeper turns it behind. And it's gone for a corner, and Luciano's really started the game on fire. Rajkovic to take the corner, lifts it into the near post. Rakla goes up, it's headed clear as far as Luciano, and he gives the ball away on the edge of their box, and they go into break, but Skafidis gets back to win it. They've gone short with the goal kick, passed it into midfield, back to the keeper. And now they're looking to attack down the left-hand side. Amrani wins it back though. Cochise coming forwards, drifting in field, gets into the box, drags it across goal. Everyone misses it. Kerr picks it up at the back, and now they're going to bring it clear. And Thibault looks for Kerr. It's headed clear. Skafidis onto Luciano. Wide to Cochise, and he was offside. Thibault to Kerr. Infield to Bordes. Kerr again gives it away when he was looking for Rajkovic there. And they've gone back to the centre half, into midfield. Poor pass, Simoes nicks it. Cochise back to Simoes. And how is a goal scorer of his quality missed the target from there? Amrani with the throw. Rajkovic infield now, still going. Finds Kerr out wide further to Thibault. Back into Kerr in the box. And somehow it's squirmed into the corner of the net. Rajkovic out to Kerr. Thibault goes down to the byline and then just pulls it back for Kerr, who takes a touch, hits a shot between the keeper and the defender. It ends up in the back of the net, and that's 2-0. They've gone long. Rackler heads it clear. Rajkovic wide to Kerr. Long ball looking for Luciano, takes it down lovely, pulls it back to the edge of the area, and Skifidis can't get his shot on target. And there we are, half time, 2-0 up. Really dominant performance so far, but we should have taken more of those chances. We've had some key chances, especially the Simovic one when he was through, that last one from Skifidis. We've got to be hitting the target with those chances with the quality of player we've got. But as long as we don't do anything stupid like we did in the semi-final against Livingston, where we tried to let them back in, then we should be able to secure this first trophy of the season. So they've got the ball just in our half. Thibault intercepts the pass, though. Kerr infield to Luciano. Over the top, Rajkovic has made the run. Gets to the byline, squares it. Simovic pokes it home. Great start to the second half. Less than a minute on the clock in the second half, and we've made it 3-0. The ball comes in field to Luciano. He just takes a touch and then just lifts it over the top for Rajkovic, takes it down, goes past his man, gets to the byline and just centres the ball. No one else was going to get there. Simovic sticks his toe out, pops it in the back of the net for 3-0. Cochise with the throw. It's cleared as far as Thibault. He's going down the outside. Plays a ball into the box. And it went straight through to the keeper. There was a bit of a challenge on our player there, but nothing given. The keeper goes long. And they've won the flick on. Thibault, though, back to pick the ball up. Finds Skifidis. Into Rajkovic. Takes it past the defender. Lovely disguised ball to Simovic. He fires home. Was he onside? I think it's going to be a tight one. And he must have just been offside. Onside. The goal's been given. The ball comes into Rajkovic. He shifts it past the defender and then sends the defence the wrong way with a pass. Simovic scores, gets his second of the game, makes it 4-0, and that's 2 in the first 7 minutes of the second half. And we're really putting on a show here. Right, Cochise with a free kick, and Borders' header goes just over the top. Right, Bustos sends the free kick in. The defender got it up above Van Giesel. Now Petkovic is bringing it clear. Gone backwards though. Passed it to the keeper, whose clearance is half blocked. But now they've still got it, and they're attacking down this right hand side. Petkovic now into the box, finds the pass. Off target, but I think he was probably offside anyway. Right, they've got a corner. And they've got one back. Simple header at the near post. We should have done better with that. The outswinger. Their player arriving on the 6-yard line, heads it past everyone. And it's 4-1. So they're trying to play out from the back from the goal kick. Rajkovic wins it back. But then the ball rebounds to them, and now they're still attacking over the top, looking for Petkovic. Gets to the byline, pulls it back to the edge of the area. And luckily it's over the top because it looks like we're starting to try and do what we did against Livingston. Right, Bustos with the throw. Simovic back to him. Bustos gives it away. They've gone long. Petkovic is up in support, but that's a loose ball. Turnbull turns it back to Bordez. Rackler now. Into Luciano, on to Simovic. He loses out, and now they're coming on the left-hand side again. We're not getting anywhere near them here. And it turns out that we do appear to be trying to do what we did against Livingston. That game we were 3-0 up and quickly let them back to 3-2 and hung on in the semi-final. This one we were 4-0 up and they've now got 2 goals in 10 minutes with 10 minutes left. We've switched off completely here. Throw from the left. Bustos to take it. Simwish back to Bustos. Takes it into the box, squares it. And it comes to Ash on the far side and it's turned behind for a corner. And Tebow's across to take it. Goes short to Bustos, whose cross is blocked. Tebow then picks up the loose ball. But thankfully, that red card didn't cost us too much. Still a bit of a concern, the number of goals we're conceding once we get into a comfortable position to allow teams to feel like they're back in the game. But we've ended up winning 4-2. We've won the League Cup yet again. First trophy of the season. Domestically, we've been outstanding this season. I think we are head and shoulders above every other club in Scotland at the moment. And now the next aim is to make sure we finish in the top 8 in the Champions League to avoid the knockout playoff round. So it's now the 1st of February, it's transfer deadline day, and things have continued mostly on in the form that it had prior to the League Cup final. Following that victory in the League Cup final, we actually drew 0-0 away at Ibrox. We actually had to defend quite well. We didn't do an awful lot going forward, but at least we came away without losing 3 points, although it did put an end to our 100% record in the league. We then struggled to beat Kilmarnock 1-0, and then played Rangers at home and won 4-0 comfortably at home. And then on Boxing Day, we went away to Hibs and drew 2-2. It wasn't helped by us having a player sent off at 1-1, and they got a late equaliser to level it up. We then beat St Johnstone 6-1 away from home. Livingston 7-0 at home. East Stirlingshire in the Cup, we won 9-0 at home. And then the last 2 games in the Champions League, we won 4-1 at home to Slovan Bratislava and 6-0 at home to Athletic Bilbao. And in the most recent league game, we won 6-0 away from home against Dundee United. What it means as far as the Champions League is concerned is that we've finished 4th in the league phase. So we're safely through to the last 16. We missed the knockout playoff round. There are some potentially pretty tough ties that could come out of that in the round of 16. I mean, you've got Real Madrid, you've got AC Milan and Newcastle, who are the 2 teams that beat us in the league phase. PSG, Napoli, Marseille, Real Sociedad, who made it to the final last season and actually won the competition last season. So there's plenty of difficult games potentially for the round of 16. And then as far as the league's concerned, we've obviously drawn those 2 games. So we've now won 22, drawn 2, lost none. We're 19 points clear at the top of the table. We've got a plus 76 goal difference. And we are still dominating the individual player stats there as well. So it feels like it's only a matter of time before we wrap up the 9 in the row. And hopefully we can go one step further to that by winning our next game, which is away at Ross County, who are down in 9th. They've got 24 points from 24 games. So on paper, it should be a pretty comfortable victory. But looking at that weather that's forecast for the game, windy, heavy snow, -7 degrees, we're certainly going to have to be on our game to make sure that we don't come a cropper there. This is the side we've picked for the trip to Ross County. We've gone with our strongest team. We do have pretty much a full squad available. The only person that's actually injured at the moment is Connor Turnbull. But we're just wanting to carry on this great run of form in the league and pile up as many points to wrap up that title as soon as possible. Not much happening in the opening 10 minutes. No highlights. We've dominated possession. We just haven't really done anything with it yet. Right, they've gone long with the goal kick. And they've managed to win the header as well. They've still got it down the left-hand side. Bordes steps across to cut that pass out. Infield to Luciano. Rajkovic, Skafidis goes wide again to Thibault. Puts inside, finds Kerr in the box. Where's it? There's Pedro Simoes. 33rd goal of the season in just his 31st game of the season. And that's just 1-0 up. Thibault just cuts in off the wing with it and then just splits the defence with that pass to Kerr. And he just pulls it into the 6-yard box. With Simoes is there to turn it past the keeper. Throwing for them in our half. I'm trying to drive through the middle of the pitch. Shots from distance blocked by Amrani, who now brings it clear. Down the line to Cochise. Cuts past his man. Driving towards the box, into the box. What a finish that is. And just, it's something we need as well. We've completely dominated the game. We've completely dominated possession. We've had so many shots. Their keepers had a great game, but get that extra goal to go in 2-0 at half time makes it a bit more comfortable. He just drove into the box and just bent it past the keeper into that far corner. And that's 2-0. And there we are, half time. As we said, we've dominated 77% possession. We've had 17 shots. We've had 11 shots on target. Their keeper's having a stormer. But we've managed to get that second goal. Gives us a bit of comfort in and a bit more control over the game. And now just to see the game out. Right, so we've made a couple of changes at half time just to give some other players a bit of a run out as well. Right, throw in for us deep in their half. Late on, Alvarez to take it. Flicked on by Simoes. It comes to Bustos and he just couldn't keep the shot on target. And there we go, full time, 2-0, dominant performance. We really probably should have taken more of the chances that we created. I mean, we had 15 shots on target, we only scored 2. Their keeper did have a screamer, but we've continued that great run on, and that's all that matters really, as long as we make sure we get the 3 points. And there we are, the end of another episode. We're well past the midway point of the league season now. We've actually already managed to guarantee ourselves European football for next season. We're 19 points clear at the top of the table with just 13 games left to play. So hopefully it's only a matter of time before we wrap that up. We've made it into the last 16 in the Champions League, and we're still going in the Scottish Cup, as well as obviously earlier on in this episode, we picked up the League Cup for the 4th season in a row. So join us next time to see how we get on when the Champions League comes back and see if we can wrap up that league title yet again before the split happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.